we're back at it again today. In this episode, I hope to get going on those forms. I'm waiting for Tucker. He's the local guy that has the fancy equipment that's gonna lay me out to the thousandths of an inch. Okay, maybe not that detailed. But he's gonna lay me out, and then I'm gonna get going and laying forms in this episode. Until that happens, let's take care of a few things like these boards right here. Let's transform them into some more form boards. I picked them up from the coast the last time I was there. I'll get into that, some funky wood, but let's double check and see how big those forms have to be. So there's only 2 posts left that I need to make the forms for, the bases. And I forget, I think they're 3 and 3.5 feet, but let me double check. I know just where to look to find the answer. Okay, ooh, it's cold in here. Yes, 3 and 3/6. So the wood for these forms sitting out on that trailer, interesting story. So a past client of mine, a past real estate client of mine, is selling a piece of property, and that property had a pile of old lumber on it. And when I saw a pile of old lumber, I thought, hey, that has my name written all over it. I can use that. So these particular forms that I need have to be 9.5 inches deep, and that's what these boards are. The challenge is they are 2 inches thick. Like a net 2 inches thick. Way overkill for this purpose. But the price was right. So who am I to argue? These boards are thick and they're heavy. And rather than trying to muscle an entire form, I'm going to cut the pieces and assemble them down on the ground. Okay, this one still has some nails in it. Double check that. Yeah, 2 inches thick. So one form has to be 3 feet square. So that means 2 of the boards will be 3 feet and 2 of the boards will be 3 feet 4 inches. I know. Let's make some more rebar elbows. I know it's not the most fun thing in the world to do, but it has to be done. And here you thought building a house was going to be all fun and games. Hey, this beats not building a house. It's been about 3 hours since I talked to you last. We have batter boards. Yes, Tucker and his crew, Tucker from Blue Sky Construction, local company. His dad, Tucker's dad, actually did the foundation in that cabin. He poured that slab and footings, took care of that. That was about 20 years ago. Now his son Tucker's taken over the business. So Tucker is a transit. He and his crew set those batter boards up on every main corner. So these batter boards, they don't only establish the square, but they also establish an elevation So all those 2x4s that you see on top of those batter boards right there, those are all on the same elevation or within 1/8 of an inch. Obviously on the low side of the house, tall batter boards. I wanted to get Tucker and his crew on video, but I'm really bad at videoing other people when they're helping me. Or when I'm trying to help them. I'm so used to working only by myself and videoing only myself, I kind of forget to turn the dang thing on when I'm busy and start working. So I will get better at videoing when I'm working with other people, don't you worry. As you can see, that sun is low in the sky. It's getting dark. So tomorrow we're going to town. We're gonna get some 2x8s and we're gonna start forming. Okay, we are back. We have a load of 2x8s. Our footing, of course, has to be 7.5 inches deep. We're gonna use 2x8s. I know it's about 7 inches and 1/8 or so. Close enough for government work. It'll all be fine. So I have a total of 48 sticks, most of them 10s and 12s. Before we unload this, there's been a change. Already, you're thinking? I just verified with the engineer on those footings, and there was a little bit of a discrepancy. At one location, it was called out for 18-inch footings, and that call out was not meant for my plans. Long story short, all of our footings are going to be 16 inches, which is good. And that brings me to the spreader ties, the spreader boards that we cut a couple episodes ago. I got a head start on those and made about 24 or 25 each. We're gonna need about 120 of these things. After talking to Tucker last night, he's the guy that helped lay out this thing with his transit. He has a slightly different method of putting up his verts, of supporting his verts, his vertical rebar. And I like that method, so I'm gonna steal it from him. Which, by the way, if anyone ever tells you there's only one way to skin a cat and only one way to make footing forms, tell them to go take a hike. There's about 700 different methods to do everything. So I happen to like Tucker's method. Here it is. Tucker puts a hole right through his spreader board. That way he can get his vertical in there and there's nowhere for it to go. But the problem is, if you remember, I made these spreader boards out of 2x2s, 2x4s. Well, here's the problem with that. So let's say this is your your vertical rebar, which has to be bent on the bottom so it can tie it into the horizontal rebar. It's going to be in the shape of a hook. If I use this thick of a spreader board, I'm not going to be able to get it through there. But if I take a thinner board, let's say like this tongue and groove factory defect stuff that I have a ton of, let's drill a hole through that and see what happens. Okay, so if that's my thickness, look at that. All the way through. So that's what I want. So while you weren't looking, I took the liberty of ripping a whole slew of these things. So I have about 40-ish, something like that. I didn't count them. So what I'm going to do right now, stack 2 of them together, drill holes right in the middle. That way I'm assured that this bar will come up straight through the middle of the wall. Make sense? I think that's a good idea. I'm probably going to need more wooden stakes, so what I'm going to do is convert those 2x2s that I made a couple episodes ago. I'll make those into wooden stakes as I need them. I'm going to need more of everything because this foundation is ridiculously built. And I mean ridiculous in a good way. I have a lot of local suppliers and people going, "What are you building? Are you building a commercial fortress?" No, I just have an engineer that likes to build solid houses. Okay, let's drill some holes. Okay, I'm going to attempt to put this hole directly in the middle. So 19 inches would be 9.5. I mean, if it's within 1/8 of an inch, or even 1/4, who cares, right? It'll still be within that stem wall. So what I want to try to do is layering 2 of them at a time. And I'm going to poke through the first one into the second one. Get rid of the top one, put another one underneath, and just keep going, keep marking. We'll see how it works. Double checking. Okay, as long as I can make that corner, I'm good to go. "47 of them. Let's go and load that trailer and put some forms on the ground." I have good news and bad news. The bad news is it's raining. The good news is it's raining. And it's chilly. Man, it dropped about 17 degrees since yesterday. Chance of rain on and off for the next 3 days. What good timing. Goodness gracious. I'm gonna start in this northwest corner. We'll wrap this corner and then work our way east toward the cabin. A lot of people use duplex nails for this. I'm gonna use 3-inch screws, star bit. That way I can take this apart relatively easily. Okay, this string right here represents the outside of the house, or the outside of the stem wall. Stem wall is 6 inches thick. Footing is 16, obviously 5 inches of footing on the outside of the stem wall. Okay, that's 5 inches right there. Okay, this corner is set to go. So don't move it, whatever you do. I'm not going to worry about elevation right now. I'm just going to lay all of these boards out similar to this. These spreader boards go every 18 inches, I think I mentioned to you in the past. I'm only going to put these in about every 36 inches or so for now. And then when I get the rebar fished in, I'll add the rest of them. I think that's a smart way to go. I don't know. If you have any ideas, let me know before this episode is over. Okay, I have an interior footing that's right near the end of this board, and this side of that form is 23 feet away from the far side of the form on this end. So now I just need to measure 23 feet and cut that. The ground takes a little bit of a dip right here. I want to make sure these are matched up nicely. There we go. Okay, this mountain is sticking out into this form board just a little bit. It's too high by about half an inch or so. So I'm just going to cut out the bottom of this. This much right here. It's raining. Well, we're back at it this morning, and we're stuck in the middle of a cloud. It's 39 degrees. Every hour until 1 o'clock tomorrow morning, they call for between a 40 and 45% chance of rain. So we'll see. In the meantime, I have a task I have to take care of. I am getting absolutely buried in scrap wood. There's a bucket there, a box there, a garbage can full there. There's a couple under there, another bucket there. There's stuff all over the place. Fortunately, it rained almost all night long. The grass is soaking wet, and the county has lifted the fire burn for the season. So that means we're gonna start a fire. Okay, while that burns, let's go work on this house. That north wall segment that I worked on yesterday, earlier in this video, that is 40 feet long, exactly. Last night after it stopped raining for a couple seconds, I measured my form work outside to outside, and it was 41 feet, 1 inches. So then I thought, wait, that's off. Well, then I did the math. I know how you like math. So 40 feet minus that 5 inches, or excuse me, plus that 5 inches for the footing on each side of the building. So that would be 40 feet, 10 inches. Well, add my form work, the 3 inches, that's 41 feet, 1 inch. So the short story is, I am dead on measurement from west to east. So now let's work our way around the east side and see if we can get that corner established. Before it rains, you never know. Okay, corner to corner on this east side of the house is 32 feet. Of course, you add 5 inches on each side for the footing, 32 feet, 10 inches. And if I want to hook my tape on the outside of the form board here, which is what I want to do, that gives you 33 feet, 1 inch. And although I don't have this line as straight as an arrow yet, I do want to square up this corner and pin it down like I did my very first corner. Okay, we're coming along, but not without error. I screwed up. This little bump out right here, the front of this house bumps out and the master wing heads over this way. Well, all along, I was thinking that the plans read this bump out was 4 feet. Even though I thought I remember in the past wanting 5 feet, I thought the plan said 4 feet. So I thought, well, that's okay. It's not worth changing it. So I looked closer at my plans this morning and I was getting a little tick mark confused with a kind of a quadrant mark on the layout. And in fact, it's 5 feet. So that 4-footer right there, I have to swap that out for a 5-footer. So that's it. No harm, no foul, no big deal. So let's take those, let's see, 1 on top, 2 on the other side. So let's take those 3 screws out, get a 5-footer in there, and then we'll keep on going. Okay, I have 2 more boards right here, and then I have the entire upper level formed. I think she just wants to help. Isn't that right? You want to help? Okay. All right, put your tool belt on. Okay, I have about 3 more boards over there, and then I have all my perimeter boards finished. But in order to set those into place, I have to draw some parallels from the initial line over there. And that's gonna take a few minutes, and I'm running out of time. I don't know if you can tell in the video, it's 6 o'clock. It's getting pretty dark here. Well, you can probably see our friends, right? That's pretty cool. I love that. Okay, well, I think that wraps up this episode. So by the time you come back next week, I'll have this leg finished up, and then we'll work on rebar. Yay! Thank you for watching Life in the Moose. I appreciate that. So come back next week, and we're going to keep working on this foundation. One way or another, we'll get these footings finished up. So that's it for now. Say goodbye to my friends.